What's going on, everybody? It's Jay Wilson, and it's been a minute since I've put myself on camera. I've been doing these quick little videos to put some stuff out and kind of talk about the journey through the weird just moving and then getting sick and then having surgery and having a Halo poster, having some crazy hair. Um, But I kind of wanted to talk about something real that a lot of fish keepers do struggle with. It doesn't matter who you are. I mean, look at this little, the tank is, it's not that cloudy. It's cloudy, but it's not that cloudy. I'm going to talk about the 75 gallon that's in front of me, and I'm going to talk about this little Didio back here. IFG, what's going on? Sean Mayer, what is up, my friend? So I just kind of want to talk about where my mind is and what's going on with fish in general, because I'm going to be dead honest with you. I've been like, I would never give up fish. I guess I should say I never give up fish. But I'm kind of at that point, and I know every fish keeper deals with it. Everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do, where you come from, and what type of fish you keep. You just look at it and you go, huh, I don't know. I'm not feeling it right now. Corey Hecker, Benny DeJesus, what's up? And right now, I'm really not feeling it. Not getting out of it or changing the direction of what I'm doing. The community is still amazing. I still love fish keeping as a whole, but I think I'm like lost in that weird, what's going on, Cunningham, Sean, what's going on, my man, Maximus Aquatics. But I think I'm just lost in that weird spot where I don't have a fish tank at home right now. I come down and I'm doing some amazing things at Universal Rocks, and then, you know, I've got fish, but I'm not able to enjoy fish right now. And I think that's where the problem becomes, is you're not enjoying it. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me see. I don't even know if I can flip this dang thing. Nope, can't flip it. So I'm gonna have to, there you go. So, come on. Tank looks great. You know, I minimal maintenance on this bad boy. The Marginatus are doing great. Evolving. Evo Living, what's up, man? The fish overall look phenomenal. Things are going great. I've got one more female I want to put in here. Antonio Urina, what is up, my friend? I hope all is well with your wife, buddy. IFG, I spent the majority of my day buying stuff to set up a tank for my niece. And see, that's the cool part. You know, being able to impact somebody else and setting up tanks and doing things of that nature is great. You know, I come here and I lay on the bed, which is like literally right behind it. Greg Jones, what's up, sweet cheeks? Greg Jones in my aquarium box, check him out. So I sit here and I say, okay, yeah, look, I'm peeping the Marginatus redfin. They look great. The male is finally coloring up. He's coloring down. He's doing whatever he's doing. And it's nice. It's calming. And it's slowly coming back. And let me show you something real quick. So this tank, yes, I use Nivea. So this tank is slowly clearing up. The shellies are not as scared as they once were. Look at them all ready for shells. The tank took on a nice little spot of its own. I had to throw a heater in because it gets really cold in here. Jamie McDonald, what's going on? And so overall, this tank's going to be moved to Universal Rocks by my desk. And I lost quite a few fish while I was gone, and it was to no fault of anyone. It was just, I mean, at that moment, whoa! I mean, legitimately at that moment, I didn't have any way to plan, any way to do anything. So it just, the tank basically crashed, and I lost quite a few fish. And so I want to hopefully salvage what I have left. Feels like crap, but it's legitimately the first fish that I've lost because of neglect. River Life, it was a pleasure meeting you, my friend. So now let me talk a little bit about this 75. At some point, I'm going to break down this tank. The Marginatus will then go, I don't know if I'm going to full on breed them. Right now I'm breeding some Ruby Reds. There's just so much that is, I'm going to say it, half-assed. I was full on doing stuff, and it just came to a halt, and it's been half-assed because I don't have the motivation right now to to do anything. I'm so focused in on the move. I'm focused in on my family, focused in on the business, you know, focused in on friendship and the holidays coming up. And there's a lot of refocusing. So I might just break this thing completely down, move the marginatus into a breeding tank, get it done with them, or just keep it like this and transfer it and allow it to be a breeding tank. But somebody just asked, is there going to be any more fish put in here? The answer is no. I'm going to put one additional female in, so there'll be a total of 4 fish, and possibly getting another set of male and some females if I go in that direction with the redfin marginatus. As you know, I had, I don't know what happened to this tank. I don't know if something got in the water or if it was a shock of some sort with the chemical makeup, but I mean, I lost fish quick. I know there was a power outage, and the filtration didn't kick back on, and I don't know if that's what the cause was. I just don't know. So I wanted to do this video because I've been shortchanging folks on YouTube. I'm doing these 2-minute, 3-minute, 1-minute videos updating on what's been going on. And to be honest, it's all I have the passion for right now, is just to show you what's going on. And I'm not apologizing in a way. I'm saying this ain't like me. I'll be back at it soon. The house is going to be ready for move-in relatively soon, about a month. And we'll go from there. Greg Jones, I'm feeling good. I'm a little tired towards the evening, but the surgery went well. All my levels balanced out. Everything they thought I had going on completely just miraculously vanished. And it's nuts. But you know, I'm re-energized. We got the contest going in the aquatic lounge, which has got, we're giving away $500 in 5 prizes, and the companies are matching another $100. So basically 5 different winners are going to win $200 to get fish. That's what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Getting motivated, getting back in it. The American Cichlid Association, we did this quick run to get some donation money for a project for fish conservation and preservation. And I mean, it was within, I kid you not, minutes we had hit the goal of $2,500. So a shout out to everyone that donated, participated, that helped with that video. You are awesome. It's crazy to think what you can do, how fast you can do it, and then to still be in this weird stagnant place where like it's, you know, like somebody just said, I miss the old Jay Wilson. He's still here. It's just, folks, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, the websites, the shows, that stuff is phenomenal, but there's real life that happens too. And literally, I had a spontaneous combustion of real life in the matter of 30 days that just went and exploded, and my health took a dive. You know, I'm driving back and forth. I mean, I think I put 16,000 miles on my car. I mean, in the span of, you know, driving it 2 times a week back and forth from Oklahoma to Texas. So I was just getting worn out. The health thing, right in Thanksgiving, you know, and yeah. It's, Matt B, I haven't done live, man. So the old videos are still there. I think this is the first live video that I have done on YouTube in over a month. So it's, you know, it'll all get back to it. I just wanted to update you that I'm still here. I'm still doing it. I still got fish, and hopefully these bad boys will fire up soon. I can get some breeding going on. The ruby reds that I am breeding at Universal Rocks, I've had 4 females holding. That tank is doing splendiferous, but I just appreciate the support. I appreciate the things that you folks do. I appreciate the constant, you know, contact that you guys have. What are some starting cichlids that have mild aggression and cheap for starting in an African cichlid hobby? There's no such thing as cheap in the cichlid hobby, and if you're looking at mild aggression, you're looking at marginatus right here. Very mild, keep them species only. That's awesome. Yeah, Matt B, dude, I haven't been doing, legit haven't been doing live videos. I was doing them every Wednesday, and then it just, the timing wasn't good for traveling and things, and it happens. And then so I reverted back to posting videos, and I'll occasionally do the live videos. I think the live videos are good. They're raw. There's no retakes. There's no editing. So not everybody can do live videos because you'll either get, here's my fish. Yeah, sub me. Hit the likes. Thank you. And you get people that, you know, they've only been fish keeping for a little bit. They miraculously know 100 million more things than you could possibly ever know, and that's what they think. And so they go on there and they just spout BS after BS. And they do a lot of live videos. And then you get, you know, the guy that just sets up, you know, the tank. He's like, yeah, if you look in here, I got the Maganatus, the Mabumina, and I've been keeping African cichlins for, you know, like 37 minutes. And pretty much badass at fish keeping here, you know what I'm saying? So get at me. I got the P.O. box. I got the email. I got the burner phone if you need some information. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do, you know? And then they throw in some like crazy tagline like, you know, there's a million of them out there. It's like, well, I got rocks here. You know what's next. Rock on. You know, there's always something that's going on. But here's the deal. Like IFG said, nobody is an expert in fish keeping. There is no expert in fish keeping. And it happens. It's, you know, they open Pandora's box on the internet, and, you know, they figure out you can keep a bunch of fish together and they all die. And, you know, they say, well, you know, it just happened. I had an ammonia spike. The water was cloudy. I just put brand new sand, and I put a decorative oyster in there, and I'm pretty sure it was the oyster that killed my fish. I'm not worried about the ammonia spike. You know, I had 0 nitrates. Everything was solid. And, you know, I'm just going to blame this clam that I just put in there. So, yeah, don't buy this clam. You know, it's that weird mentality that happens. So the live videos, I think, is really good when you can present something and show something. Assassin freshwater oysters. You know, yeah, IFG and I have talked about this before, you know. Somebody gets a background, whether they get one from Universal Rocks or they get one from Aqua Decor, or, you know, let's just rant right now. Or they get a new filter, or, you know, they purchase a new product like Chemi Pure Blue or whatever. It doesn't matter. Or they got a My Aquarium box. Greg Jones, I'm throwing you under the bus. And no matter what, if something happens and it is not anything related to that specific object that they just bought, they blame it on that because they don't know. They don't care to know. They take the easy way out because, you know what? Deep down inside, they have no idea what they're doing, and they blame the last thing that they did. And it could have been, I freaking turned the lights on 37 seconds early. All my fish died. I'm never buying Current USA lights again. They killed all my fish. I'm never buying a Universal Rocks background. I put it in, and water got cloudy. Ammonia spiked. Nitrite spiked. I had 0 nitrates. Freaking background nuked my tank. Oh, it did? How long's the tank been set up? I had that sucker up and running for, let me count them, 6 months, no fish in there. Bacteria was flourishing. You know, there's this weird mentality in fish keeping. We know everything, but when something goes wrong, we have to have an answer. Sometimes there is no answer. Sometimes you could be watching a fish and it does some crazy thing like a male will hold. A male will hold babies. What? And, you know, maybe he decided he was, you know, he had a change of heart of what he wanted to be in life. It happens. Sometimes things are unexplainable. Absolutely unexplainable. You know, I was just watching some the rookies giving tips. It's not even just about rookies. It's about people that think they know. The next video that I'm going to put out Wednesday is going to be on surface agitation and what it does. You know, hey, yo, you need some current in that bad boy to pump some oxygen in your tank. That is wrong. That is wrong. So We're going to talk about current surface agitation, what it does, how to help, and why we are giving false information. And it's not all the time. You know, you get people that are also stuck in an old way of life. You know, there's trolls on Facebook that more videos or I'm going to take legal action. There's a ton of awesome people on this stream, by the way. But just because somebody else did it and it did not work for them, or somebody else did it and it did work for them, doesn't mean it's going to work for you. In your opinion, is it better for aggression and behavior to have it kind of bear like that, or just a lot of nooks? Sean Collins, this tank was set up as a breeding tank. It was for the male to be king of the tank so that he can have sight lines to the females. The females can kind of get around over here. They can slide in over in this rock area like this. This was specific to breeding. I'm finding, Ralph Castillo, I appreciate it. And it hasn't worked. Maybe I'll switch it up. But in order to keep aggression down, I think you just have to be patient and find the right balance. It's not something of overcrowding is going to help. I've found bigger tank, less fish, or tank, less fish. Stability, consistency will find you a less aggressive tank. That's what I found. Doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody. But no, so going back to the trolls, and they're not necessarily trolls, they're just people that are stuck in their ways, you know. They don't care what advances in science and practices in fish keeping has happened. It's all about what they remember. You know, it's like resealing a tank. You should never have to reseal a tank, point blank. If it was done right the first time, it should never have to be done again. Okay, well, first of all, thank you very much for that comment. But second, sometimes tanks do need to be resealed, and here's why. We do not always take the best care of our tanks. We drain them, we sit them in the garage, we put them in the attic. We got our 38-year-old brother playing World of Warcraft down in the basement, smoking stoves all day. It happens. And so, yeah, sometimes tanks do need to be resealed. Sometimes fish prefer a specific food. Sometimes things work better for somebody than they did you. Doesn't mean it always has to be a horror story from you trying to prove that you may think it's all sugar unicorn turds and rainbows, but let me just tell you how bad it could be. Well, anything could be bad. Anything could be good. And, you know, do what works for you. Let's see. People should learn that no matter what, people will troll, and we need to just scroll on past. Oh, it's about the whole deal. Look at Aaron's aquariums. Love the accents. Much better than your English accent. Oh, hold on. Ready? Aaron, I'm going to try to mimic you. I remember watching your video when you were getting ready to come to the United States. You're like, hello, everyone. It's Aaron's Aquariums, and I'm coming to America. I'm going to have these cool ripped jeans. We're going to have Starbucks and crumpets. My aquarium box in Aaron's Aquariums is going to be off the chain. Oh, man. Dude, Aaron, I'm so glad that you're open to this. Yeah, you want to be bollocks, eh? Oh, man. It was a pleasure meeting you, Aaron. What I really appreciate about you is you're identical on video as you are in person. So kudos to you. Josh Cunningham said I needed to add a male and some more females. That's kind of what I alluded to earlier, that I need to get that other female in here and possibly add some more males. I did have 2 males and 6 females, but I lost a whole group. If you could do the rest of this chat as Jon Snow, I'd appreciate it. I'm not very good at Jon Snow, so we'll not do that. Cochran Law Firm. I have not had any alcohol, actually. There's no Crown and Cokes. I had a Fanta, don't you want to? So ask a few questions. We're going to end this. I don't want this to kind of go out of hand. I told Ben it was going to be about 10 minutes, and here we are 20 minutes in, because it gets fun being able to talk to you guys. How about you go live and do Jon Snow, Adam? I cannot do Donald Trump. I cannot. I promise you, if I could, I would straight up do a 30-minute video just like that. When will you post your video of the Ruby Reds? I'll check it out, Aaron. I am not high either. Lisa Phillips, thank you very much. Don't be envious, just get a tank. I'll have to check it out, Aaron. I haven't really been doing much, period, I like things because it's easy to tap when you're laying in bed. But, well, Lisa, come on, share them. River Life, what up, dudes? Okay, so here's the deal. Let's ask some questions. Did he just ask if you were hot? Yeah. Definitely not. This is me every day. Even when I was sick, I was making jokes. You know, I was laying in the hospital and yeah, life has to be fun. Life has to be entertaining. And that's what I got to find out about this. This live video straight up has just given me a little bit more energy back towards fish keeping. It's fun. Communicating back, getting back into it, having fun with it. That's the name of the game. When we do too much too fast, or we have something that goes into the right lane or the left lane, and we were trying to keep it in the center lane, we tend to start to fall out of things. I'm having problems with Algae. Do you recommend anything? Anthony Terraro, here's the deal, brother. You have to reduce your lighting. You can do the blackout method if it's really bad, but typically it's a lot of you're feeding too much and the lights are just too high intensity and on too long, and possibly ambient light. It could be some water stuff too, but you know, I don't know all that information. Does temperature play a role with aggression? I think temperature definitely can play a role with aggression. I think if your water's a little too warm, the fish's metabolism is spiked and they just get a little bit more feistier. I typically like my tanks on the cooler end. It seems to reduce the aggression. Me. Lisa Phillips, what's your name on Instagram? Why do people dislike videos? Well, who cares? Why, you know, why do people watch videos? It don't matter. Ideal temp, when you're talking African cichlids, I like to keep my tank, you're going to list about 76, 77. Dislikes are the same as likes anyways. I mean, nobody will ever, man, I had a string, I don't even remember when it was, but I had like no dislikes, and then, you know, you get 9, 10, 15, 26, 67, 150 something. Who cares? It happens. And you know what? I always laugh because, you know what? Hit the dislike button. That's what I'm talking about. Hit the like, dislike, comment, do whatever you want to do. Because that just means you took time out of your day to hit the dislike button, and that makes me feel better. KG Cichlids, what's up, man? So let's ask a few more fish-related questions. Semi-aggressive, tropical, and goldfish. Lisa Phillips, what's your name on Instagram? I don't know if you shared it, but I did not see it. I think when people dislike, they're jealous. Who cares? And if they are jealous, they shouldn't be. You know, it's envy. Not the way the young lady said it. How do you deal with timid and shy African fry? I don't. Let me talk about this real quick. Jay, were you working at Petco or PetSmart? I worked at PetSmart. There's this thing in our brain, and I get the question asked at least one time a day, and I'm not lying. And it goes like this. Hey, Jay, thank you so much for all the YouTube videos. Thank you for the comments, the Facebook stuff. We really appreciate it. I got a question. I just added a pleco or some bristlenose, and I'm having trouble feeding that fish. Our mentality shifts. We get so specific, like, I haven't seen that fish eat. I haven't seen that fish eat. Has it died? No, it's still swimming. Okay, so what are we driving at? Why do we need to feed that specific fish? Is it because you haven't seen it eat? Because it's not a 6-year-old child. Yeah, but I haven't seen it eat, Jay. Come on. I'm putting all of the beautiful pellets that you recommended in my tank, and I never see him eat. He hides. He's very shy. Sometimes I talk to him and he doesn't talk back, and I need to know, how do I feed that specific fish? Look, he's not dead. He's swimming. He doesn't look sick. Why are you worried about buying a specific food for that specific fish? And 9 times out of 10, it's because you're putting a Plecostomus in with gregarious African cichlids. You can't expect to drop a kelp wafer and for it to hit the bottom of the tank without every single fish coming out of hiding, minus the pleco, and getting to it before it hits the substrate. You have to understand. Sometimes fish don't belong for a lot of reasons, whether it's territorial issues, whether it's, co-aggression issues, or whether it's, food issues. That is one of them. Sometimes those fish don't get to eat. I have had bristlenose inside my African cichlid tanks since jump, dog. And guess what? I never once specifically tried to feed that fish. I had the catfish in there. They're now in a 180, getting ready to go back into the 500 gallon after we moved it. And guess what? I never specifically fed that fish. They are foragers. They will find stuff. Algae works. Remnants work. When the fish bust open a kelp wafer or they bust open some pellets, they still get food. Their body is designed to eat that minimal amount of food or take in what they can get, and they still manage to be healthy. Now, if they're getting picked on, it's a completely different story. So don't specifically worry about fish. Why are they shy? Why are they this? The more you pay attention, and the more you try to specifically intervene and help that specific fish, you're going to cause more problems. Now, if the fish is sick and it is dying and it is, a transferable disease or something of that nature, then yes, intervene. But if a fish is just being really aggressive, change up the sight line, maybe get a bigger tank, maybe try to figure out if that fish was the right decision to make. You have to understand that. So here's the deal. We're running into 30 minutes. This went way longer than I anticipated, but I appreciate all of you. I have 2 cichlids that I just rescued and have no clue what they are. Lisa Phillips, tag me on Instagram and we'll figure it out together. That's a badass background in your fish tank. I don't think algae, in a sense, can do harm if you're doing the right things. I enjoy algae on things. I enjoy when algae builds up on rocks, background, shells. Look at this. I haven't cleaned this off. It's not killing anything. It's a little unsightly, but the tank still looks great. That's what I'm talking about. You got to stop focusing in on that one fish to make your tank perfect. Your tank will never be perfect. Let me tell you a story about a fish who thrived even though you didn't feed it. He still remained beautiful and colored. I'm working on my Christopher Walken. So I'll take 2 more questions because I am having fun and it's really cool to be back into a scenario like this. So 2 questions, let's fire it up and then we're done. Jay Wilson, are all those rocks universal rocks? Yes, these are all stacking rocks. Okay, you can get these in combo sets or however you want to do it. When is the next live session? I don't know. Live sessions will just appear randomly Sunday or Wednesday. It'll just happen. Do you have any reptiles? I currently do not have any reptiles. I don't see reptiles in my future, but I do see something different in my future. The key to a successful aquarium is cycled for at least 6 months, and from there on, it's smooth sailing and keep the bioload of fish low. In essence, Rob Sewell Aquatics, maybe. But we are human and we like to touch things. We were told when we were children, don't touch that, leave that alone, drop that, no, get down, don't, what are you doing? Don't put your hands in there, stop feeding it too much. Yet we